Welcome to this final part of the interview with Jacob Otile. He is a medical doctor and he's also taking a master's in public health at IU Bloomington. He's telling us his journey of how he left Uganda and to come to the US, and he's been to medical school for a long time. Are you stopping here?
The problem with being in academia, it's very hard to stop. You need to stop yourself because there is always something.
Yourself. There are always unresolved questions.
Yeah, there is always something that you will be aiming higher. But for me, where I've reached in my career now, I think I probably have only one more step.
Which is that step?
Because I love clinical work.
I like to interact with patients.
I love to interact with patients. I love to solve patients' problems. And coming into public health, getting this master's is that I wanted to help patients on a bigger scale using research and all that aspect, but also keeping what I love for myself, doing the clinical work, talking to patients, helping them, treatment and all that.
And Africa needs doctors like you.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, everywhere we need doctors, but I was figuring like, when you consider the ratio of doctor to patient, particularly in Africa, there is a need for highly trained doctors, of which you are, and giving back is part of what you mentioned during break.
Yeah, that's very true actually, and that's the aspect that I still want to continue. As I do my clinical work, I do my research, clinical research, I should be able to continue patient care. And that's the line that I still hope to continue working with both my Masters of Public Health and my MD training. And that's the path that I still hope to continue in the future. But also, most importantly, as you've seen my journey through all these years up to now, there's a lot to admire for myself and for the community that I come from. A very humble community, a very humble background. My parents never went to school. I keep saying my mother doesn't have any degrees but has a PhD in motherhood.
Yes.
Same with my father, because they are the inspiration as to why I managed to achieve
all seven of you to good schools, or the best they could. 6 of them out of 7 have degrees already. And the last one is obviously going
to the university actually next year.
See?
So looking at that kind of community, I want to inspire so much in my community to be able to just see the brighter side of what the community can offer. And so in addition to my work in my profession, my research and my clinical work, I run a non-profit organization that, because of my masters, are taken away from the routine work. But now I hope to reinitiate that process of inspiring the community through sponsoring kids to school and supporting medical services in the community, especially in the villages where I come from. So that's part of the huge part of the work that I still feel
there's a mission, a lifetime mission you want to accomplish to improve
the community
health
itself.
And education.
Health and education are top on the priority because, again, these are the things that are not well taken care of. They should be taken care of better. And I feel there are so many other people like me that once given the opportunity, they can go even higher than what I have achieved. But because the opportunity is not there, they can't really get to see the light.
You want to try and provide resources to those marginalized communities. And I remember during the break, you even mentioned that you read a real textbook when you're almost doing your
Senior 4 exams.
Senior 4, the way you call it, in Uganda, meaning like a grade 10, a grade 12. In grade 12 is when you saw a real textbook.
So I always keep telling my friends when they ask me what are the things you love to do for fun, and I never mention reading. And they're like, "Doctor, you're doing masters and all that." I'm like, it's not a culture that I got used to,
Oh,
because
wow.
the first time I read or opened a textbook, I was in probably senior 3 or senior 4. When I'm about
grade 11,
yeah,
grade 12.
yeah, that's about 16, 17 years old. That's the
Wow.
first time I'm interacting with a textbook, a real textbook.
So you used to rely on the teacher's notes.
I mean, that's the only resource you have in Apac Primary School. Even up to now, if you go, probably there is no textbook that exists. So you rely on what the teachers give you. So that means you have to attend all classes, or if not, 99% of the classes. Take notes, and good notes, because they're the notes that you'll utilize to read and pass. And then make sure you do your best to remember what the teachers told you and what you will read from the notes that they have given you to be able to excel.
Maybe we should start a book collection drive and send books to Apac in Uganda. If you are watching this show and you would like to support Jacob, equip the school that he went to, Apac Primary School, where there is a big shortage of books. You have books in your backyard. You have your books maybe in your garage and in the basement. If you want to donate those books, we should find a way. And via this channel, you can comment so that we find a way to send books to Apac Primary School located in Uganda in Africa that has produced Jacob, who is now a medical doctor and also a student here at IU Bloomington.
Actually, that's a very good thing. Now that you have mentioned, my plan for 2025 is, because I will be out of school, and now I can focus on some of these community engagement. So 2 things that were already on the work plan for the organization that I run is called Reach Apac.
Reach Apac.
Reach Apac. And Reach Apac main focus is health and education of the kids in the community and the community at large. So one of the work plans that we are designed for 2025
to collect books
is actually trying to partner with the School of Education at Indiana University.
Wow.
And trying to collect as many books as possible to send to Apac Primary School and the neighboring schools, depending on how much we collect. And then the other aspect of it is supporting the education for some of the kids within the community. So that we are actually launching some of these programs that you've talked about. So whosoever might be interested in partnering with us to be able to give back to this community, because I know there are so many brilliant minds.
There must be. I mean, you became a doctor, yeah.
So many. I can't tell you how much brilliant minds we have in Apac.
They just need resources.
They just lack resources. And I mean brilliant in terms of academics, in terms of sports, like the best talents in football, volleyball, netball, athletics, track and field, all that, you can find them within this community. But because they never get to see the opportunity or the facilities that they need, they can never be seen in the light of the day.
Wow. Reach Apac is the name of the nonprofit. You can reach them through this channel. You can also, comment down below on this video. You can as well go to the Kenya Scientists in Diaspora website and find Jacob Otile's website under the Medical and Health Sciences team. His profile is on there, and you'll be able to find a LinkedIn link where you can directly reach, Jacob, and obviously reach Apac. With your resources and donations to help those folks back in Africa. Look on that camera and talk to those Apac kids right now. Talk to them.
I usually want to put it in the language, most of them, because when they see you speak in English,
they may not
they think, they may get it, but they think, is he really from Apac? Or he's just trying to sell a story of someone who looks like somebody from Apac.
Talk to them in a language they understand.
But I want to say it in my local language, that Nia Luo Otile Jacob Onywala Apac, Adon Apac, Akwana Apac Primary School, Atawot Kwana Lemere Comprehensive Secondary School, Atekwan Midland High School Kawempe, Atekwan Nahabero Doctor Tin. Ichani atia kwana timu Masters United States, Nyoni America, and Dona Apac apoha morope yakinan kede yin because one dushu ya Apac chene more kenonu pe karana tia don ento akero tek chuny kede lego kede timu jami kitamiro tim keda ber umiana tuno kana ti ye chani so kaiti neno channel chani amita kwai ni gino ekena chunyi ti amito timo ket chunyi ye teketo chonyi piny te lega tek ang'eyo ni Obanga konyi itebi timo jawi ni ducha ber. Thank you very much. Apuoyo matek, Obanga medi ugumu.
I assume you said at the very end that maybe you love them very much. I didn't understand anything, but
Actually said Apuoyo matek is thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, I think, if you want to translate, I'm sure you just gave your journey of how you went to the same schools.
Yeah.
And that they can actually make it.
Yeah.
So long as they believe in what they do.
Exactly.
And, they should look at you and know that it's all possible.
Yeah. I basically, you translated it perfectly. I just narrated a short journey of where I grew up. For those who are wondering, Temogo Cell within Apac Municipal Council is where I grew up, and partly in the village called Achoge in Alaro Parish. Wow. In a Kohoro sub-county is where I actually grew up. So that's my life, and I believe that anybody watching this channel may not only be in Apac, maybe any part of Africa, that you can achieve anything that you put your mind to, for as long as you have certain values that you put at the center. We mentioned earlier, resilience, commitment, determination, consistency, hard work, wrap it around with consistency. You can be able to achieve anything
that you put
your mind and heart to. Put in the efforts and just make sure you continue putting your knees down and praying to God, because He knows all the answers there is to anything that you ever want in this world.
Indeed, and Jacob has put all that into practice. He was the best Masters of Public Health student 2024 at IU Bloomington. Just one.
Actually, in the state of Indiana.
Did you hear that?
So the recognition is the best public health student in the state of Indiana, as recognized by the overall Indiana Public Health Association, a branch of American Public Health Association.
I can't say it any more or any better than that. We saved it for the last moment. He was the best Masters of Public Health student in Indiana State, recognized by the American Public Health Association.
Yep. The branch of it, which is called the Indiana Public Health Association. So they usually recognize, they call it the outstanding either student, faculty member, or somebody who is in the field of public health overall in the state at large. So I was lucky enough to be recognized as the most outstanding public health student in the state of Indiana, as recognized by Indiana Public Health Association.
When I grow up, I want to be like Jacob. It's been a great pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
It's been a great pleasure. I've learned quite a lot from you. And I mean, you speak with a lot of, determination as well. And even when I asked you to talk about something that was, positive, you talked about how you got many opportunities to keep on doing what you want. Thank you so much. We will be, again, following your journey up to May and beyond to see how you are doing. And we'll come to a graduation as well.